Do you know the idiom going for a song? It means that something good is being sold cheaply and for far less than for what it's actually worth. So for example, wow, I bought this fantastic vintage guitar at a clearance sale. It really was going for a song. It dates from the late 16th century when street performers would entertain a crowd with a song and passers-by would toss them some change, as you might still do today. So if you found something valuable for the price of a song, you'd got yourself a bargain. This is the best book on English idioms and their origins ever written. 347 common English expressions, 6 years of meticulous, painstaking research, debunking folk etymologies and fake histories along the way to get to the true origins of our favourite expressions. And the idioms are presented to the reader through a witty and satirical story. And it has 22 illustrations and a cover done by an actual human, not AI. No AI was used in this book. It's called Middlechester Chronicles and the Story of Idioms, and it's written, let me see the name here, by Gideon, Ben and me, and oh, that's me. Well, you know what they say, if I am not for me, who will be for me? If you want to learn English idioms and their histories, either because you're learning English or because you have an interest in language history, up until now you've had to read some kind of dictionary, and that's okay if you want to look up some particular idiom, but this book is different because the book itself is a compelling read, a story, and it's the expressions, the idioms that tie the story together. So there are 240 stories written in dialogue form. It's in that format, by the way, so that you can use it in a classroom or you can read dialogues out loud. And it tells a story of the characters of an average-sized town in England. And there is a mayor called Mayor Lidstrom who ends up getting the job of mayor by accident. He's incredibly lazy, but he has a good heart. A bit like me, I suppose. And there are stories of corruption, robberies, big business, AI taking people's jobs and more. All the stories are connected, so you have to read from beginning to the end to find out what happens in this cliffhanger. Each chapter uses at least one idiom, and the history of the idiom is explained below that page. Get the first chapter for free. Go to auntie.co.uk or check out the link in the description. Now, the book itself took 6 years to write, and the main reason for that is the research. I really wanted to get the accuracy of the origins of each idiom correct, and I do believe that the result is a work more accurate than any other on this subject at the moment, at least, although I only cover 347 idioms and there are many more. So for example, the wonderful OED, Oxford English Dictionary, was the source for several of the idioms. However, the OED is not always up to date. Some of the entries were written years ago, and in the last few years we've had a wealth of new resources come available online. So you have data and information that the compilers of the OED were not aware of at the time. So if you're writing about the history of idioms in the 2020s, you certainly have an advantage. Now, this book is available as an ebook and as a paperback. So get swept up by the gripping story of the heroes and villains of the town of Middlechester, laugh at my funny jokes and at my unfunny ones out of politeness, marvel at the extraordinary history of the idioms and the rigorous research behind them. It's going for a song, so buy multiple copies. And if you've got any questions, let me know below. And yeah, have a beautiful day. Bye.